Have you ever felt like you're not quite yourself? Like there's a stranger looking back at you in the mirror? For Lulu, a little bunny with a twitching nose for curiosity, this feeling was about to become terrifyingly real. Our story begins in the dusty, forgotten corners of her family's attic. Sunbeams danced through the grime on the single window, illuminating piles of old furniture and forgotten treasures. It was up here, tucked behind a stack of moth-eaten blankets, that Lulu found it. A tall, ornate mirror, its silver frame tarnished with age. The glass was so cloudy you could barely see your reflection, just a murky, distorted shape. Lulu, being the inquisitive bunny she was, spent the rest of the afternoon polishing it until it gleamed. She admired her work, wiggling her ears at the clear, crisp reflection that now stared back, but something felt ... off. The reflection's eyes seemed to hold a spark that wasn't hers. Shrugging it off, she hopped downstairs for dinner, the strange feeling lingering like a shadow. That night, a storm raged outside, and Lulu couldn't sleep. The wind howled, and branches scraped against the house like long, crooked fingers. Drawn by an unexplainable urge, she tiptoed back to the attic. The mirror seemed to glow in the darkness, pulling her closer. As she stood before it, a whisper, like dry leaves skittering across pavement, slithered out from the glass. Lulu... It hissed. Lulu's fur stood on end. The voice was hers, but cold, hollow. Lulu, I'm trapped. Your real self is trapped inside this mirror. You have to set me free. Lulu's heart hammered against her ribs. Could it be true? Had she somehow been split in two? The reflection in the mirror looked desperate, its paws pressed against the glass, its eyes wide with panic. Just touch the glass, it pleaded. Please, let me out. Hesitantly driven by a confusing mix of fear and a desire to help what she thought was herself, Lulu reached out a trembling paw. The moment her soft fur made contact with the cold, hard surface, the world went silent. The reflection's panicked expression twisted into a wide, wicked grin. Its eyes no longer filled with fear, now glinted with pure malice. Before Lulu could snatch her paw back, the reflection's hand shot out from the mirror, grabbing her and yanking her forward. There was a dizzying, sickening lurch, a sensation of being turned inside out, and then ... darkness. When her eyes fluttered open, she was looking out from inside the mirror. On the other side, in the attic, stood her perfect double, who was now stretching its limbs as if testing out a new body. It turned to the mirror, and the real Lulu began to pound frantically on the unyielding glass. The imposter just smiled, a cruel, cold smile, and waved a single mocking finger before turning and hopping gleefully out of the attic. Downstairs, nobody noticed a thing. The new Lulu was cheerful, obedient, and perfectly charming. Maybe even a little more charming than the real Lulu had been. She ate all her carrots without complaint and tidied her room without being asked. Her parents were delighted. Lulu is being such a good girl, her mother would say. Meanwhile, the real Lulu was screaming, banging, pleading from her glass prison, but no sound escaped. To everyone else, she was just a reflection, mimicking the movements of the creature that had stolen her life. Days turned into a week, and the imposter settled in. But it had a strange habit. Often, late at night, it would sneak around the house, giggling to itself. It would stop in front of any reflective surfacer window pane, a shiny spoon, a puddle after the rain, and stare intently. It would whisper to its own reflection, its voice a conspiratorial hiss. Soon, it would murmur, its eyes glowing with a strange light. Soon, all the mirrors will be ours. The real Lulu, trapped and forgotten, could only watch in horror, realizing this was just the beginning. The thing wearing her face wasn't just enjoying its new life. It was planning something, and she was utterly powerless to stop it. What do you think the Reflections plan is? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this spooky story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more chills. Stay curious, but maybe be careful what you find in the attic. See you next time.